Welcome to part 2 of my review of the Monsters television series. Click the link in the description below to watch part 1 first. This time we will be looking at an episode called Household Gods. Now we all know it can be hard to balance a career and family life equally. The protagonists in this next episode learn it can be nearly impossible when you have mystical forces working against you. When we first meet Brad and Deborah Levitt, we learn it is the first day in which Deborah will attempt to run a business and raise her newborn child, Sarah, at the same time.
Boy, amaze even me.
As Brad leaves for work, we get our first glimpse at our monster, who leaves a nasty mop up on the table. And once again, the monster is far from terrifying. We're then introduced to Deborah's neighbor Laura, who must be on some strong medication because
I'll just put this in the kitchen.
she talks like this all the time.
Holy cow.
Took me all morning. It has to rise 3 times.
Well, thanks.
Deborah explains that she was never really into housework, and Laura says,
You'll pick it up.
I doubt it. Always hated it.
Laura asks about the housework, and Deborah basically brushes it off, no pun intended.
The bucket. The one you left in the middle of the kitchen table. Yeah, sure you didn't.
After a quick call from Brad, Deborah finds another pile of weird junk on the floor and quickly gets rid of it.
Who says I can't take care of my family and work too?
Just as Deborah thinks she's getting a handle on things, a creepy gray hand ruins dinner. Which also has the effect of causing Deborah to experience a minor breakdown.
Unreasonable. Just a moment, please, Mr. Goldman. Now, where were we? Just a minute, please, Mr. Goldman. Yes, you were saying you could see your way to 5,000. I beg your pardon? No, Mr. Goldman, 5 is very close to 3.5. I'm sure that we can meet. I said I'm sure that we can meet. Mr. Goldman, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Laura shows up just in the nick of time and eventually asks if Deborah has any friends with children.
You don't have any friends with kids? No. Oh boy.
Since she doesn't, Laura starts to explain the deal with the household gods. It seems every house has a god, and the first child is what qualifies a house to get one.
That's a good one. Offend the gods. I like that.
We also see the only time Laura appears to have any energy at all.
He is waiting. Go to the altar. It's what you were born to do.
It was you.
No, Deb. Not me. Him.
Deborah, of course, doesn't believe the story. Later that night, Deborah makes Brad clean the floor, which is quickly undone by a monster god.
God, Brad. Jeez.
We also find that he has ruined the dishes and is and is hiding out in the kitchen sink. While Deborah is trying to sleep, we see the monster god wake the baby.
There, sweetie.
Deborah gets up and finds a dirty toilet surrounded by candles that happens to look quite a bit like an altar. Deborah then demands to have the god reveal himself, and he obliges despite being in the in the middle of a snack. We also see that our monster looks like, well, just like a hairy gray anthropomorphic penis. And I think you can figure out the metaphor here yourself. Anyway, Deborah accidentally douses bread and the penis troll disappears. That night, she hatches a plan to be rid of the penis troll once and for all by baking some poison cookies. The penis troll monster god, however, doesn't fall for it and puts him in Brad's briefcase. In the morning, Deborah thinks she's outsmarted the penis troll, but Mom and Laura show up, telling her that the cookies burn a hole right through Brad's briefcase. It turns out Mom also knows all about the penis troll, and scolds Deborah for not submitting to its hairy phallic power.
Don't worry. I convinced him it was hormones. Well, we all know it was your rebellious, wicked pride.
You too.
Of course, me too. Didn't your mother teach you anything? You know what aggravates me the most? You have it so easy. My generation, a mother was a priestess, full-time, from the day you conceive to the day you die. Now you can have hobbies, an education, part-time jobs. But you, Jezebel, it wasn't enough. You wanted it all.
Suddenly, everything starts going crazy, and Deborah realizes her baby is gone. The penis troll then shows up and offers Deborah a way to repent for her sinful ways. Yes, messy housework is a form of prayer to the penis troll.
Then will you give me Sarah back?
Well, with no other choice, Deborah gives in when the troll promises to return her baby. And then this happens. 9 months later, we see Deborah has been enjoying her domestic bliss along with Laura and Mom.
Must be nice. Have a great day.
Brad is leaving for the day, goes to get his jacket, and we see... Yeah, it seems Brad knew about the penis troll all along, and they were actually working together. I don't even know what to say about this episode, except for the fact that in a show where one of the main characters literally looks like a giant penis, it takes a lot of work on Brad's part to become the biggest dick of the episode. And stay tuned for part 3 coming up soon, in which we'll see an even more ridiculous ending. And yeah, that is actually possible. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out my other videos.